Vivien Leigh captivated audiences with her stunning performances and striking beauty, yet her life was marked by profound personal challenges that often went unnoticed. Living with bipolar disorder, she experienced intense mood swings that were frequently misinterpreted as erratic behavior. Many in Hollywood and her fans believed her actions were the result of some dark force, rather than a mental health condition. This misunderstanding created a narrative that painted her as a woman possessed, overshadowing her talent and humanity. The stigma surrounding mental illness during her time meant that she lacked the support and treatment she desperately needed. As a result, she found herself caught in a relentless cycle of public adoration and private turmoil. The pressures of fame only exacerbated her struggles, leading to tumultuous relationships and a sense of isolation. Despite her brilliance on screen, the complexities of her inner life remained largely hidden, leaving her to navigate a world that could not comprehend her reality. Vivien's bipolar disorder significantly influenced her life, particularly in her relationships. The condition brought about intense emotional and physical urges, leading to an overwhelming need for intimacy. During times of emotional highs, she sought out companionship in impulsive ways, often with strangers she encountered in everyday situations, such as cab drivers or delivery men. This behavior was not well understood in her time, and was often viewed as a personal failing rather than a symptom of her mental health struggles. Hollywood insiders observed her constant quest for validation and connection, which resulted in numerous complicated relationships. These liaisons were frequently sensationalized by the media, turning her personal life into gossip fodder. The stigma surrounding her condition only deepened her isolation, as her actions were misinterpreted and exaggerated, contributing to the narrative of an actress losing control. This cycle of seeking intimacy and facing public scrutiny created a tumultuous existence for Vivien, marked by both her artistic brilliance and her personal battles. Vivien Leigh was known for her ethereal beauty, a characteristic that was often highlighted in her roles and celebrated in Hollywood circles. She followed rigorous beauty routines designed to enhance her appearance according to Hollywood's exacting standards. Notably self-conscious about her looks, she carefully adjusted her makeup to create the perfect image. For instance, she would draw her lower lip to appear fuller, a technique that added to her allure. Additionally, she selectively used eyeshadow only during evening events, which helped to accentuate her striking eyes and create a captivating presence on screen. Her approach to beauty was methodical and tailored, as she aimed to present a flawless image in public, while keeping her beauty routines aligned with her self-image. Despite her public allure, Vivien privately struggled with the pressures of maintaining her beauty. She admitted that being seen solely as a beautiful actress was a double-edged sword. This perception sometimes overshadowed her talents and made it harder for her to be taken seriously in her craft. The constant scrutiny and expectations surrounding her appearance weighed heavily on her, revealing the complexities behind her glamorous facade. Vivien placed a significant emphasis on relaxation, which she deemed essential to maintaining her mental and physical health amid the pressures of her career. Her top beauty secret, as she shared in an interview, was the ability to relax deeply, a skill she had carefully cultivated. This ability allowed her to find moments of peace even during her busiest times, often napping for short periods and refreshing her mind within minutes. She recalled advice from a friend who compared her ability to rest to the effortless relaxation of a cat, which she observed and emulated. This technique became her method for coping with stress and staying grounded, enabling her to recharge quickly and present herself with poise in high-stress Hollywood environments. By prioritizing relaxation, Vivien managed to navigate the demands of her acting career while maintaining her well-being. Her approach to relaxation not only contributed to her beauty, but also helped her sustain the energy needed for her performances. This focus on mental and physical health through relaxation techniques was a vital part of her life, allowing her to thrive in the competitive world of film. Born on November 5, 1913, in Darjeeling, India, Vivien Leigh's early life was marked by the influences of her multicultural background. Her British father, Ernest Hartley, and her mother, Gertrude Mary Frances, who had roots in Irish, Parsi, and Armenian heritage, provided Vivien with a unique cultural identity. Growing up in such a diverse environment shaped her perspective and artistic sensibilities. However, when she moved to Hollywood, she faced the harsh realities of the entertainment industry. She was advised to hide her Indian roots to avoid being typecast or discriminated against. This advice reflected the prevalent biases against actors of non-European backgrounds during that era. To fit into the Hollywood mold, Vivian adopted a more Americanized image, which reinforced a sense of alienation from her heritage. Her reluctance to fully embrace her background publicly highlights the prejudices of the time. This decision was likely a protective mechanism against the discriminatory practices that limited opportunities for actors of diverse backgrounds in Hollywood. The struggle between her identity and the industry's expectations created a complex relationship with her heritage that would follow her throughout her career. During her childhood, Vivian traveled across Europe, a journey that exposed her to various cultures and languages. This early exposure played a significant role in shaping her identity and artistic sensibilities. She attended boarding schools in Italy and France, where she developed fluency in French and Italian. These language skills would later contribute to her versatile acting capabilities, allowing her to connect with diverse roles and characters. Her love for acting emerged early, as she performed in amateur theater troupes as a young child. This passion was encouraged by her mother, who had a deep appreciation for the arts. At just 6 years old, she was sent to a convent school, an experience that separated her from her family and instilled a sense of independence and resilience. Vivian's early aspirations to become a performer were further solidified when she attended the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London. This combination of cultural exposure, language skills, and formal training laid the foundation for her future success and adaptability as an actress, ultimately shaping her distinguished career. Vivian's career breakthrough came with her portrayal of Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind, a role that skyrocketed her to fame. She reportedly cast herself as Scarlett after reading Margaret Mitchell's novel and convinced producers that she was the perfect choice. Despite her initial success, Vivian faced constant clashes on set, particularly with Victor Fleming, who took over directing after George Cukor's departure. The 16-hour filming days took a physical and mental toll on her, requiring immense resilience as she navigated the exhausting shoot. Vivian's dedication to the role was profound. She embodied Scarlett with such conviction that the character left a lasting impression on audiences and established her as one of Hollywood's most memorable leading ladies. However, the role's demands and the sacrifices she made for it, including the strain on her mental health, marked this period as both her highest achievement and a source of profound personal cost. Vivian earned widespread recognition for her work, ultimately winning 2 Academy Awards for Best Actress, yet her journey was fraught with challenges. During Gone with the Wind, she worked nearly double the time of her male co-star Clark Gable, delivering a performance that required far more lines and emotional range. Despite her contributions, she received only a fraction of Gable's salary, a stark reminder of Hollywood's pay inequity. The film's success, which earned billions in revenue, solidified her fame but underscored the inequalities she faced. This disparity in recognition and compensation, combined with the grueling workload, made the achievement bittersweet for Vivian, highlighting the difficulties many actresses faced in gaining both respect and fair treatment in a male-dominated industry. The pressures of her career took a toll on her mental health, leading to struggles that would follow her throughout her life. Even as she became a celebrated figure, the challenges she faced behind the scenes remained a significant part of her story. Vivian's relationship with Laurence Olivier was passionate yet complex, marked by both deep love and intense jealousy. They first met while both were still married to others, but their attraction was undeniable. This connection led them to start a relationship that would become one of Hollywood's most famous romances. However, as their love story unfolded, it was not without its challenges. Olivier's jealousy grew after Vivian won her Oscar for her role in Gone with the Wind. He reportedly admitted to feeling such envy that he considered striking her with the award. This jealousy created tension between them, often leading to volatile arguments. Their relationship was further strained by Vivian's mental health issues. She struggled with episodes of bipolar disorder, which tested the limits of their partnership. Despite the love they shared, the emotional struggles they faced ultimately took a toll on their bond. After their separation, Vivian had to navigate her mental health challenges alone, highlighting the complexities of their once passionate romance. As Vivian Leigh aged, her bipolar disorder became more pronounced, leading to episodes that were erratic and sometimes violent. These outbursts were alarming to those around her, leaving them frightened and confused. During these moments, Vivian often found herself disoriented, with no recollection of her actions afterward. This lack of memory led some to speculate that she was experiencing a form of possession, a notion that reflected the era's misunderstanding of mental health issues. At a time when such conditions were not well understood, Her struggles were viewed as a mysterious affliction rather than a treatable illness. This perception not only impacted her career, but also created a barrier between her and her peers. Many were unsure how to support her, which contributed to her growing sense of isolation. The stigma surrounding mental health left Vivian feeling increasingly alienated, as she fought a silent battle within her own mind, while striving to maintain an image of glamour and grace in the public eye. Vivian's mental health issues occasionally spilled over into public incidents that shocked those around her. Her erratic behavior included unprovoked verbal outbursts, physical altercations, and periods where she would abandon social conventions, such as appearing unclothed in public. These episodes highlighted the severity of her condition and the absence of effective treatment options available to her at the time. Olivier, unable to cope with the intensity of her behavior, often had to intervene during her episodes, a responsibility that weighed heavily on their relationship. Her increasingly public struggles reflected the internal chaos she faced, making her a tragic figure in Hollywood, forced to live out her illness under the scrutiny of the media and her peers. The pressures of fame and the expectations of her career only added to her distress, leading to moments that left those around her bewildered and concerned. Friends and colleagues witnessed her decline, feeling helpless as they observed the toll her mental health took on her life and career. The combination of her talent and her struggles created a complex legacy that continues to resonate. Over the years, Vivian's physical health further deteriorated, with tuberculosis being a recurring ailment that complicated her condition. This illness not only affected her body, but also took a toll on her spirit. A traumatic fall on the set of Caesar and Cleopatra resulted in a miscarriage, which deepened her struggle with depression. The loss of this child was a devastating blow, compounding her already fragile mental state. This grief, combined with her bipolar disorder, left her in a state of profound sorrow, marked by episodes of crying and despair that significantly affected her ability to work. Her physical ailments, compounded by her mental health challenges, painted a picture of a woman who, despite her remarkable achievements in acting, faced overwhelming personal hardships. The emotional and physical toll of these experiences left lasting scars, contributing to the eventual breakdown of her relationship with Olivier and shaping her later years. The combination of her health issues and emotional struggles created a complex narrative of a talented actress battling against the odds. Following a series of public and private breakdowns, Vivian Leigh faced a difficult chapter in her life that led to her institutionalization. During this time, she was subjected to electroshock therapy, a treatment that was common in the mid-20th century for severe mental health issues. This method, intended to cure her, left her both mentally and physically scarred. The electroshock sessions, while seen as a standard practice at the time, did not address the underlying causes of her illness. Instead, they added to her suffering, leaving visible scars and causing further emotional pain. The experience of undergoing such treatments reflects the harsh realities faced by individuals with mental illness during an era when compassionate care was scarce. Vivian's struggles highlight the profound impact of these treatments on her life, adding another layer of tragedy to her story. The trauma she endured during this period shaped her experiences and influenced her later years, marking a significant and painful part of her legacy. After years of trying to support Vivian, Olivier reached a point where he could no longer bear the toll of her illness on their relationship. The couple, who had shared more than 2 decades together, faced challenges that became increasingly difficult to manage. Olivier, a talented actor himself, found himself in a position where he felt overwhelmed by Vivian's unpredictable episodes. The strain of her mental health struggles weighed heavily on him, affecting his own mental well-being. As a result, they made the painful decision to separate. For Olivier, this separation brought a sense of relief, as he could no longer endure the emotional turmoil that accompanied Vivian's condition. However, for Vivian, the end of their marriage was devastating. It marked the loss of one of her most significant relationships, leaving her feeling abandoned and isolated. This separation highlighted the loneliness that often accompanies mental illness, as those who love the person affected struggle to balance their feelings with the hardships that arise from the illness. The emotional fallout from their separation was profound, affecting both their lives in ways they could not have anticipated. The complexities of love, support, and mental health intertwined in their relationship, revealing the challenges faced by couples dealing with such issues. The impact of this separation would linger, shaping their lives and careers in the years that followed. Following her separation from Olivier, Vivian found companionship with actor Jack Marvel, who provided her with support and stability during her later years. Unlike Olivier, Marvel accepted Vivian's condition and took on the responsibility of caring for her, offering her a degree of peace that had been missing from her life. His understanding and patience helped her to maintain some semblance of normalcy despite her ongoing struggles. Their relationship was marked by mutual respect and kindness, a stark contrast to the turmoil of her marriage with Olivier. Marvel's commitment to Vivian until her death reflects the profound impact a supportive relationship can have on someone facing mental health challenges, offering her comfort in her final years. He stood by her side, providing not just companionship, but also a sense of security that allowed her to navigate the complexities of her life. This bond became a sanctuary for Vivian, where she could find solace and understanding essential for her well-being. In her last years, Vivian continued to work, even as her health declined, earning a Tony Award for her performance in the musical Tallridge. Despite her worsening condition, she demonstrated remarkable dedication to her craft, giving powerful performances that captivated audiences. Her ability to deliver such a performance, despite the limitations of her illness, is a testament to her resilience and passion for acting. Vivian faced severe physical and mental health issues, yet her commitment to the stage never wavered. She poured her heart into every role, showcasing her talent and determination. Each performance was a reflection of her strength, as she fought through pain and challenges to bring characters to life. This unwavering dedication not only inspired those around her, but also left a lasting impression on her fans. Her legacy as a formidable talent who faced extraordinary adversity is firmly cemented in the history of theater and film. The impact of her work continues to resonate, reminding us of her incredible spirit and artistry. During her final performances, Vivian's condition led to increasingly erratic behavior on stage, which became a poignant aspect of her legacy. As her health declined, she struggled with forgotten lines, which disrupted the flow of the performances. Songs that were once delivered with grace were now rushed, reflecting her internal turmoil. There were moments when she would have outbursts directed at her co-stars, showcasing the frustration and confusion she felt. These incidents became more frequent as her illness progressed, creating a challenging environment not only for her, but also for those around her. Backstage interventions became necessary to ensure the safety of everyone involved, as her struggles on stage highlighted the immense personal and professional challenges she faced. Despite these difficulties, Vivian's love for acting remained strong. She fought to balance her passion with the limitations imposed by her health. The courage it took for her to continue performing, even when faced with such adversity, further solidified her place in the pantheon of great actresses. She is admired not only for her extraordinary talent, but also for her determination to keep going against all odds. In the summer of 1967, Vivien Leigh faced a return of her tuberculosis, a battle she had fought for many years. Despite the medical efforts to manage her illness, her health continued to decline, and she ultimately passed away in London. During this difficult time, Laurence Olivier, her former husband, made the decision to return to her side. Their relationship had been marked by both passion and turmoil, yet Olivier's presence in her final moments demonstrated a deep loyalty and respect that transcended their past struggles. He helped arrange her funeral and remained with her until her body was taken away, showcasing the enduring impact she had on his life. This poignant act highlighted the complexity of their bond, as they had shared both love and heartache. Vivian's passing marked the end of an era, as she was one of the last great stars of Hollywood's golden age. She left behind a remarkable legacy of beauty, talent, and resilience that would be cherished and remembered by generations to come. Vivien Leigh's life, while celebrated for her beauty and acting, also highlights the hidden struggles that accompanied her fame. Her battle with mental illness, often misunderstood and stigmatized by society, left her feeling isolated and unsupported for much of her life. Despite her remarkable talent and iconic roles, such as Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind, she faced immense pressure to maintain a flawless public image. This pressure often forced her to conceal her vulnerabilities, leading to a profound sense of loneliness. The world admired her for her performances, yet few understood the internal battles she fought daily. Her struggles with bipolar disorder were not openly discussed during her time, which added to her sense of isolation. Vivian's legacy serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of understanding and compassion, particularly for those battling unseen challenges. Her story continues to resonate as a powerful example of both triumph and tragedy in Hollywood, shedding light on the complexities of fame and the human experience. Vivien Leigh's life was a complex tapestry woven with threads of brilliance and struggle. Her performances in films like Gone with the Wind and A Streetcar Named Desire showcased her extraordinary talent, yet behind the scenes, she battled the shadows of bipolar disorder. This condition brought about extreme mood swings that were often misinterpreted by those around her. Instead of understanding her mental health challenges, many viewed her behavior as the result of some supernatural influence, leading to a narrative that painted her as a woman possessed. The stigma surrounding mental illness during her era meant that she often faced judgment rather than compassion. This lack of understanding contributed to her feelings of isolation, even as she garnered immense public adoration. The pressures of fame only intensified her struggles, leading to tumultuous relationships and a sense of being trapped in a world that could not grasp her reality. Despite her captivating presence on screen, the true depth of her inner turmoil remained largely hidden from view, leaving her to navigate a life filled with both acclaim and profound personal challenges.